Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Hope Logan, Annika Noel, is engaged to Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor. However, she has been spending a lot of time with Liam Spencer. Scott Clifton, LOP, really has reconnected, even after the fake tumor was discovered. So, could she end up cheating on her fiancé with her former husband? Fans recall that Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, was trying to get her paws into Carter. However, he couldn't stay away from Hope. In fact, once Hope clarified why she was embracing Liam, Carter realized it was not what he thought at all. Then, he proposed. Since Liam had pushed Hope to reunite with Carter, she accepted the marriage proposal. Lopi has been spending a lot of time together. That was understandable as Grace Buckingham, Cassandra Creech, lied and said Liam was dying of an inoperable brain tumor. The doctor even went as far as to prescribe medication so Liam would exhibit some of the brain tumor symptoms. It was John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlan, who learned the truth. Grace told the doctor her sob story, but he wouldn't cover it up. Finn dragged Grace to Bill Spencer's, Don Diamond, house to confess the truth to Liam and Hope. Since then, Hope has still been spending all her time with Liam. Where is Beth Spencer, Jordan Lynn Ariza? Did she just leave the baby at Carter's bachelor pad? In any case, Hope and Liam seem to be reconnecting. Even Hope admitted this in the episode that aired on Wednesday, August 13, 2025. It seems likely that Hope and Liam could come even closer through this ordeal. Meanwhile, what has Daphne been doing since returning to Los Angeles? The Nose might have claimed to be there to support Steffy Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline Missins Wood. However, with Steffy going to France, did she leave with Daphne? Or could there be a chance that Daphne is sticking around? If so, it would be just like her to try to get closer to Carter all over again. While Carter denied the Nose before, he might not be able to resist this time. Especially since Hope is spending all her free time with her ex-husband at Bill's house. It appears that Hope will probably cheat on Carter with Liam. However, it could also be a blessing in disguise. After all, the last time Hope's life was going smoothly, she was married to Liam. Could this be the universe fixing a mistake? The Los Angeles skyline glows at night. But beneath the glamour of Forrester Creations, shadows of betrayal, temptation, and heartbreak are brewing once more. Just when it seemed like Hope Logan had finally found her footing, she's about to tumble headfirst into a scandal that could cost her everything. And unfortunately, Carter Walton, the man with perhaps the worst track record in love, finds himself standing right in the middle of another storm. This isn't just a casual misstep. It's the kind of scandal that could ripple across families, ruin careers, and remind everyone in LA that no one's heart is safe on the bold and the beautiful. Hope Logan has been through more than her fair share of heartbreak. Her marriage to Liam Spencer crumbled under the weight of his waffling between her and Steffy Forrester. She tried to put her energy into her fashion line and her children, but the ache of loneliness kept gnawing at her. Enter Thomas Forrester. Their flirtation exploded into a full-blown affair that shocked Ridge, Brooke, and nearly everyone in the Forrester/Logan clan. But after months of passion, Hope found herself once again doubting her choices. Thomas's intensity and obsession left her suffocated. In the end, she chose to step back, swearing to herself that she'd never again let a man's neediness dictate her future. But the truth is, Hope has always craved connection, and vulnerability has a way of opening doors she should never walk through. Carter is a man who has it all on paper: successful, handsome, respected, and loyal to a fault. Yet his love life has been nothing short of tragic. He was betrayed by Zoe Buckingham. Then came Quinn Fuller, who awakened his passion but left his heart shattered when their affair imploded. For a while, it seemed like he might find happiness with Katie Logan. They shared laughter, warmth, and even a hopeful vision of a future together. But Katie's hesitations, combined with her unresolved ties to Bill Spencer, left Carter in limbo once again. Now Carter throws himself into his work, hiding the loneliness that gnaws at him. But destiny, and perhaps tragedy, has a cruel way of circling back. The story begins innocently enough. Hope and Carter start working late nights together at Forrester Creations. With Thomas taking time off to recenter himself after their breakup, Hope needs a steady hand to help keep her fashion line alive. Carter, ever the reliable COO and friend, steps in. At first, their conversations are strictly professional: fabric choices, production deadlines, marketing strategies. But slowly those late-night meetings shift. Hope confides in Carter about her fears of being judged by her family, her struggles as a single mother, and her uncertainty about what she really wants in life. Carter, in turn, shares his own pain. The loneliness, the feeling of being a perpetual second choice in every relationship, the scars that never quite heal. In the stillness of the design office, with the hum of sewing machines in the background, a spark ignites. One night, Hope places her hand over Carter's, thanking him for always being the steady presence in her storm. Their eyes meet. The air thickens, and though they both know they shouldn't, temptation wins. At first, it's one kiss, gentle, hesitant, but laced with unspoken desire. Hope pulls back, apologizing, swearing it was a mistake. But the next time they're alone, the kiss happens again. And this time, it doesn't stop there. Hope and Carter begin a secret affair, meeting in hotel rooms, sneaking into offices after hours, and stealing moments whenever they can. For Hope, Carter represents stability without obsession, passion without the darkness of Thomas or the indecisiveness of Liam. For Carter, Hope feels like redemption, the woman who finally sees him as more than a consolation prize. But affairs in Los Angeles never stay hidden for long. It doesn't take long before people start noticing. Ridge catches Hope and Carter laughing together a little too comfortably. Brooke questions why Hope is working such late nights, and Katie, still nursing her complicated feelings for Carter, starts to sense something is off. Meanwhile, Carter's guilt begins to weigh on him. He knows Hope is vulnerable, and he can't shake the feeling that history is repeating itself, that he's once again falling for someone who could ultimately break his heart. Hope, on the other hand, is torn between desire and shame. She knows that if her mother or Liam find out, she'll be judged harshly. Worse, she knows Thomas, still nursing his obsession, won't take the betrayal lightly. And Thomas has a way of finding out secrets. The tipping point comes when Thomas unexpectedly returns to Los Angeles. He claims he's reformed, calmer, and ready to take his place at Forrester again. But he still loves Hope, and seeing her with Carter lights a fire of jealousy that he can't contain. Thomas begins digging, and it doesn't take long for him to confirm his suspicions. One night, he follows Hope and Carter to a hotel, snapping photos of them entering the same room. The evidence is undeniable. For Thomas, this isn't just betrayal, it's humiliation. Hope rejected him because she didn't want to be tied to his obsessive love, yet now she's sneaking around with Carter, the very man who was once entangled in scandal with Quinn. Rage consumes him. And when Thomas is pushed to his breaking point, everyone knows disaster follows. As rumors swirl, Carter realizes what's coming. He sees the storm on the horizon and knows he's about to lose everything: his job, his reputation, and the fragile relationship he built with Hope. Worse, he can feel Hope pulling away. The guilt is catching up to her, and she's starting to retreat. Her loyalty to her family, her children, and even her lingering attachment to Liam weigh heavily. Hope begins to suggest maybe what they have isn't sustainable, that maybe Carter deserves someone who can love him openly. For Carter, it's déjà vu. Another love slipping through his fingers. Another reminder that no matter how deeply he gives his heart, it's never enough. When the affair inevitably explodes into the open, chaos ensues. Brooke is horrified, accusing Hope of repeating her mistakes and dragging the Logan name through the mud. Ridge is furious that Carter, his trusted right-hand man, would betray the family again. Katie is devastated, feeling like she's been betrayed not once but twice. First by Carter's choice, and second by Hope's recklessness. And Liam. He's torn between anger and longing. On one hand, he can't believe Hope has once again entangled herself in another scandalous romance. On the other, a part of him sees it as an opportunity. A way to worm his way back into her life, convincing her he's the safer choice compared to Carter. But the loudest reaction comes from Thomas. Fueled by rage, jealousy, and heartbreak, Thomas confronts Carter in a showdown that shakes Forrester Creations to its core. The scene is explosive, accusations, threats, and the sense that this rivalry is far from over. Hope stands at a crossroads. Her fling with Carter awakened something in her. But it also left destruction in its wake. If she stays with Carter, she risks alienating her family and reigniting Thomas's dangerous obsession. If she walks away, she breaks Carter's heart and returns to the cycle of loneliness she's been trying so desperately to escape. For once, Hope has to decide what she truly wants. Not what her family expects, not what Liam begs for, not what Thomas manipulates her into. But will she make the right choice, or will her pattern of chasing temporary passion keep costing her everything? Carter, meanwhile, may be on the brink of losing it all once again. His affair with Hope could not only destroy his heart, but also his career at Forrester. How many times can Ridge forgive him? How many times can he rebuild from the ashes of another broken romance? And yet, there's a possibility this heartbreak might finally push Carter towards something greater, maybe even a love story with someone entirely unexpected. The Bold and the Beautiful is no stranger to love triangles, betrayals, and scandalous affairs. But this storyline carries the weight of history. Hope cheats, yet again seeking solace in the wrong place. Carter faces heartbreak, yet again finding himself the man who gave too much and received too little. The fallout will ripple across families, friendships, and the very foundation of Forrester Creations. And as always in Los Angeles, one thing is certain: the truth will come out, and when it does, lives will never be the same. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Bold and BAUDTFULUPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.